This is Brooklyn Blowback. Stay tuned for Henry Thoreau hikes to Fitchburg. Henry David Thoreau was a real person who lived in Concord, Massachusetts, more than 150 years ago. He loved to take long walks through the woods and fields and write about the plants and animals he saw there. In his pockets he carried a pencil and paper, a jackknife, some string, a spyglass, a magnifying glass, and a flute. He could easily walk 30 miles in a day with an old music book under his arm for pressing plants and a walking stick that was notched for measuring things. Henry tried out these ideas. He built a small cabin at Walden Pond and for 2 years lived there alone. The book he wrote about it is called Walden. This is what he wrote. One says to me, "I wonder that you do not lay up money. You love to travel. You might take the cars and go to Fitchburg today and see the country. But I am wiser than that. I have learned that the swiftest traveler is he that goes afoot. I say to my friend, suppose we try who will get there first. The distance is 30 miles, the fare 90 cents. Will I start now on foot and get there before night? You will in the meanwhile have earned your fare and arrive there sometime tomorrow, or possibly this evening, if you are lucky enough to get a job in season. Instead of going to Fitchburg, you will be working here the greater part of the day." Henry Hikes to Fitchburg by D.B. Johnson. For my mother. One summer day, Henry Thoreau and his friend decided to go to Fitchburg to see the country. "I'll walk," said Henry. "It's the fastest way to travel." "I'll work," Henry's friend said, "until I have the money to buy a ticket to ride the train to Fitchburg. We'll see who gets there first." His friend waved. "Enjoy your walk," he said. Henry walked down the road to Fitchburg. "Enjoy your work," he called back. Henry's friend filled the woodbox in Mrs. Alcott's kitchen. 10 cents. Henry hopped from rock to rock across the Sudbury River. His friend swept out the post office. 5 cents. Henry carved a walking stick. 25 miles to Fitchburg. Henry's friend pulled all the weeds in Mr. Hawthorne's garden. 15 cents. Henry put ferns and flowers in a book and pressed them. His friend painted the fence in front of the courthouse. 10 cents. Henry walked on stone walls. Henry's friend moved the bookcases in Mr. Emerson's study. 15 cents. Henry climbed a tree. 18 miles to Fitchburg. His friend carried water to the cows grazing on the grass in town. 5 cents. Henry made a raft and paddled up the Nashua River. Henry's friend cleaned out Mrs. Thoreau's chicken house. 10 cents. Henry crossed a swamp and found a bird's nest in the grass. 12 miles to Fitchburg. His friend carried flour from the mill to the village baker. 20 cents. Henry found a honey tree. Henry's friend ran to the train station to buy his ticket to Fitchburg. 90 cents. Henry jumped into a pond. "7 miles to Fitchburg." His friend sat on the train in a tangle of people. Henry ate his way through a blackberry patch. Henry's friend got off the train at Fitchburg station just as the sun was setting. Henry took a shortcut 1 mile to Fitchburg. His friend was sitting in the moonlight when Henry arrived. "The train was faster," he said. Henry took a small pail from his pack. "I know," he smiled. "I stopped for blackberries." Henry David Thoreau hikes to Fitchburg, or Henry Hikes to Fitchburg by D.B. Johnson. This is Brooklyn Blowback. We get naked with the truth.